In the future world, oil is more expensive than gold. To conserve energy, people transformed roads into moving walkways. Just step on, and it carries you anywhere. This world has a special rule. No one is allowed to look up at the sky. Even a single glance is a capital offense. Due to overexploitation, Earth's energy resources are completely depleted. Scientists racked their brains to develop new energy sources, finally setting their sights on Earth's gravity. But during the development process, an accident occurred. A failed experiment caused gravity to reverse for half of humanity. They began floating into the sky. What was once a longing for the heavens now became an abyss that swallowed their lives. In the end, Earth's highest authority issued an order. The sky was declared the source of sin. Anyone who looks at the sky must die. Yet Jack yearned for the sky. Suddenly, he noticed something floating up from the cliff behind him. It was a backpack. He walked over and curiously examined this anti-gravity bag. As he was pondering, a girl reached out to grab the backpack caught on the guardrail. Their eyes met. Startled, the girl lost her footing and began floating straight up into the sky. She clung tightly to the wire mesh, seeming to struggle. This left the boy completely baffled. Who would perform magic tricks in a place like this in the middle of the night? But then the girl cried out for help. Only then did the boy realize the seriousness of the situation. He rushed forward and grabbed both of her hands, but the combined weight of the girl and the backpack was more than the boy could hold. Slowly, they began floating upward together. Under the morning's first rays of sunlight, the view from the sky captivated the boy. Yet faced with such a magnificent sight, the girl had no mind to appreciate it. In her eyes, the sky was extremely dangerous. The girl dropped the backpack, and the two gradually descended back to the ground. But she still had to hold tightly to the boy's hands. If she let go, she would float back up. The boy brought her to an abandoned warehouse. Once the girl's feet touched the roof, she finally relaxed. Trembling, she peeked out the door at the sky, and immediately shrank back in fear. Seeing the girl so, the boy recalled what his teacher once said about inverted people. But in the girl's eyes, the boy's world was the inverted one. The boy decided to take the girl home, but an alarm sounded. It was time for him to go to class. With no other choice, he had to leave the girl there temporarily. He promised to return and help her after class. Throughout the day, the girl's heart was filled with fear. Fortunately, as dusk approached, the boy returned. He bought her a piece of bread, but the girl had never eaten it before. In her world, bread was an anti-gravity food that would get stuck in the esophagus. That night, Jack lay down as usual to gaze at the beautiful starry sky. He invited the girl to join, but she shrank back fearfully into a corner. Yet the starlight reflecting off a crate made the girl nervously crawl to the doorway. She never imagined the terrifying sky could be so beautiful. The boy planned to take the girl back first thing the next morning, but unbeknownst to them, their every move was exposed under surveillance. 4 peace officers were dispatched to arrest the girl. Now they had to flee. The girl struggled to overcome her fear of the sky. Working together, they glided just above the ground. If they could just clear the cliff ahead and descend gradually, the girl could return to her own world. With unwavering determination, Jack believed they could succeed. But the military's capture device crushed their hopes of escape. The girl was ultimately captured. The commander saw them as sinners from the earlier experiments. Whenever an inverted person appeared in the city, their only fate was to become a collection piece. The most recent addition had been the girl's own older brother. Now she would become the commander's next glorious trophy. She was taken to the edge of a high platform. If the commander let go, she would fall into the endless abyss of the sky. Driven by survival instinct, she clung tightly to him. But when it came to Jack, the commander chose to crush his confidence thoroughly. He wanted Jack to remain silent outside. Otherwise, his fate would be the same as his accidental